In terms of what the South Cares program has given our school, their participation in classroom activities is like a win-win for both groups. Our children win because they see really good role models wanting to learn. You know, our focus here at this school is about teaching and learning, and it's about literacy and numeracy. And because the players come in and participate in those activities and assist the children with their literacy and numeracy, the children see it as a higher profile thing at the school. Certainly in terms of improvements that we've made at this school, associated with the Rabbitohs visiting and some other strategies that we've put in place at this school, which by the way has 74% Aboriginal population. So we do have a high concentration of Aboriginal students at Perouse School. What we've found is, at the end of last year through the national testing, in terms of overall literacy and particularly writing, the growth between Year 3 and Year 5 was greater than the state average in growth for overall literacy and double state growth in writing. And I do put that down to the positive influence that we get from South Cares. I also put it down to some of the programs we've been putting in place, like accelerated literacy, which is a proven method of assisting children who come from an Aboriginal background. And what the players get out of it is a relationship with real kids, you know, and these kids will let you know straight away if you're mucking around with them or, God forbid, pulling their leg. I'll say it nicely, pulling their leg. They have a BS meter that's way up there. So, you know, what the players get is, you know, truthful feedback from kids about, you know, how they're feeling, you know, how they're seeing that the players are helping them in their work, because they'll tell them if they're not helping them. They'll say, come over here, I need your help. So, you know, I think both sides, it's a win-win for both of us. Yeah. Look, you know, actually there is one child I can talk about, and it's not overall literacy and numeracy, but it was a whole change in attitude. He was a boy we had a boy here who's now gone on to high school, but he was here last year during the Rabbitohs, during the South Cares program when it first started up. And when he first began the year, he had some issues in terms of anger management. He had some issues in terms of being able to articulate his needs, you know, appropriately to staff and to other students. The amount of time that he spent with the Rabbitohs and seeing how they responded to other people, and the positive reinforcement he got from the players when they were working in the classroom with him certainly assisted him in making an absolute 360 on his behaviour. By the end of the year, he actually was a boy who won a regional award for making that turnaround. We were so proud of him. His mum was just chuffed and so excited that, you know, this was a kid we were really, really worried about. But at the end of last year, we were more than happy to say, look, you know, he'll go to high school, he'll be fine, you know, he won't have those issues that we first saw with him. So, you know, part of the South Cares program, even though it's not a welfare program, there are other benefits that come out of that, you know, that positive role model stuff, and showing kids that even if you don't agree with something, or even if it's something that doesn't go your way, doesn't mean you need to get angry and throw a hissy fit. You know, there are other ways to deal with it, and that's the positive influence that a lot of the players have here on the kids at Perouse School.